"I'm all in," he said. To which she responded, "Really? Oh, man." Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. Today we're going to talk about what we should be working on in terms of, like, is Galactic Legend Leia going to be worthwhile to chase immediately? Should Leviathan be chased immediately? And this is also an update for my big game hunting account, which is my middle account, 9 million GP. And what I'm going to be doing there, I update this, I give you guys, and try to give an update every month on this account because people want to know what my plan is. This account has 9 million GP, but only 3 Galactic Legends, and so the question is, like, what's going to, what should I be planning? What am I going to be planning to stay relevant? Because even with only 3 Galactic Legends, I'm still staying afloat in Kyber 2, even as people are getting pushed out of Kyber 2 because so many people are being pushed out of Kyber 1. And there's a ton of really strong players and accounts in Kyber 1 flooding Kyber 2 now. I'm still staying afloat even with only 3 Galactic Legends. So how can I do that? Like, what's my secret? And just trying to show you guys what I'm farming, what my plans are. So with that in mind, folks, let's first off thank my patrons. You guys are amazing, and I really appreciate all of you. I couldn't do this without you. Thank you guys so much for your support. And guys, if you want to support this channel for free, all you've got to do is mount the algorithm. That's all you got to do, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment. It's a good time. Spread the good news that Professor X is still here and doing somewhat well. Now let's get into the game, shall we, guys? Whoa, we're in the game. Madness. Who would have thought that we might be in the game on a video like this? Madness. Alright, so first off, guys, here's the list of things that I could be working on this account. So we've got Leviathan prep, and I should say a huge shout out to my good friend Celia Sarah, who runs this account. She helps me day to day with stuff, and she runs Conquest as well. So she can use it on her own channel. So go check out Celia Sarah. Go search it in YouTube. You'll be able to find it. She does a lot of Conquest content, and so this account is always challenging to see if she can get red crate. Everyone's like, really? I don't think she can do it. And then she does. She says, hold my beer, even if she doesn't drink beer. And there's, so I'm pretty sure she's going to get Malicos unlocked. I have all the other Conquest characters unlocked, even if Dad Bod Boba is just in the garbage right now. Still, gear-wise, this is kind of a weird account. I chase a lot of squirrels. I have a lot of weird side projects that I prioritize because the idea is big game hunting, where it's not that I'm trying to beat bigger accounts, which obviously we're trying to beat bigger accounts, but the other piece of that is that they're not the big game. The big game hunting is using off-meta counters to beat like Galactic Legend level squads, and so that if we can do that, then that's wonderful. That's the goal of this account, is to be able to do that. So we want to limit how many Galactic Legends we have. That being said, should we be working on Galactic Legend Leia? Let's talk about things that I could be working on first and their merits, and then we'll talk about what I'm actually planning on doing. So first off, and I think this is obvious, I am going to be working on this. I'm prioritizing this. There should be no suspense. I'm working on Leviathan. These are all that I have left. I should be able to unlock at least on the first day. I don't know if I'll be able to get any more shards or anything. I don't know if I'll have enough crystals, but I do have HK and a Sith Assassin as the only ones left. So 6 more relic levels on HK, 4 more on Sith Assassin, and then I'll be good to go. I'm just in Bronzium wiring hell right now, folks. So that's the sad truth of things. Now, Jedi Cal requirements, I've talked about this a lot. Should we be working on Jedi Cal immediately? And I'm curious to see what all the new player guides are going to start saying. Like, should people start working on Jedi Cal instantly or not? And honestly, he is just a big game changer. He makes a lot of squads a lot stronger, and so yeah, I guess we'll see what ends up happening with that. But for this account, I already have the two Galactic Legends, two light side Galactic Legends that I have right now are Jedi Master Luke and Jedi Master Kenobi. It just makes sense. I have all the great Jedi for him to boost. I should be working on him most likely, and so the question is how much should I be working on him? Like, should I be prioritizing that to crazy extents or not? We'll talk about that. So the Malicos squad, like I said, I'm pretty sure I have faith in Sarah. She'll get me Malicos in the, she'll get 3 red crates and I'll have him instantly. So what should the squad be? This is in theory what the squad would be like if I wanted to. Now Cal is kind of sad. I mean, I have a Relic 5 right now because I wanted him to go with Starkiller as the Lasufu. We can probably do without him if we have to, though he's a great addition to that squad. But most likely, I know a lot of people say that Lord Vader is where Taron Malicos is going to go, and maybe that's where he will go. I'm not totally sure. I do think that beyond Lord Vader, though, and honestly, I don't think he's just built for Lord Vader. Even if he's going to boost Lord Vader a lot, I think he's going to boost Seer a lot. If you read his kit, if you read Seer's kit, I really think they're like 2 peas in a pod, which is really... I've never liked pea, though the metaphor I thought of was like 2 peas in a pool, which, like people are taking a pee there, and that's also gross. So maybe we just leave all the metaphors alone and just say that it looks like those 2 kits are very, very compatible, and I honestly... I'm very excited to be working on it, to be working on for both of them. But should we probably be prioritizing the squad? And then Fulcrum, it's like, well, gosh, do we really have the time to be working on her on top of all of this? Who really knows? Galactic Leia Requirements. Actually, I just have a huge head start here, guys. Akbar is not required for anything that I can remember, at least. But I do think that there's a certain level of... I have... This is another one of the squirrels that I chased. I put the Omicron on him and on Princess Leia. And honestly, for how many times I've killed the what's it called? The Cassian Fallacy team with Adrad in 3s, it's probably been worth the investment, to be honest. This team has destroyed it over and over and over again. But even beyond that, I already have him relicked. He's already basically ready. Lando Calrissian is good. Captain Rex is going to be transcendent for lots of reasons, not just because he makes Phoenix better, which he does, but yeah, he's someone I was already going to work on anyways. And then I already have the Omicron on this account for Chirpa, and I don't recommend the one for Akbar or Princess Leia or Chirpa, to be clear, but because I already do, I'm a little excited about Ewoks, and Wicket was already Gear 12 because of that happy coincidence. So I'm actually kind of ahead of a head start. Should I be working on Galactic Legend Leia? We will talk about that more as well. Now, Hutt Cartel, you guys remember my plan was I was going to unlock Jabba, and then we were going to spend like a month or 2 to just thicken the squad. And so I did that for at least 1 month, and then I got distracted by squirrels and the like. I think Leviathan really was the one that shut us down, and Leviathan, it was like I have to pursue this with my whole heart and get that done. But we still need a few more relics on Embo and Skiffguard, as well as maybe getting 9 onto Jabba if we think that's worthwhile. Sith Eternal Emperor is another one that I haven't intentionally gotten him close to farming, but I'm about to fall into farming him accidentally anyways. All I need is for them to require Krennic and Sidious for something, and I'll for sure be able to start farming them, because yes, I need some more relics on these characters down here, but they're all relic for various reasons of my own, and Royal Guard is going to be worked on anyways, because we'll need him for Lord Vader if I ever unlock Lord Vader on this account, but also his shuttle is vital, and we need it to survive, so I've been working on him. I think this is the only account in the whole world who has a lower level Emperor Palpatine than I do a Mara Jade. My Mara Jade's Relic 7 for a Datacron that she's using, but that's another. This is another thing that I could potentially. Like, I could get another Galactic Legend fairly easily. Who knows if that meets what the priorities of this account should be, but that is definitely something to be thinking about. For the raid, the Endor raid, guys, they've already released the requirements, and so the troopers, all these troopers, it's like, well, especially with the raid stuff that we're getting, the raid rewards we're currently getting, it seems like it would really be a nice boost for this account to... I mean, I could probably get all these to Gear 12 at least fairly easily. Like Shore and Magma don't even need Chirotech because they were released before that. And I mean, Moff Gideon could really use his extra gear anyways. I mean, another 8 speed. I know this is only 6, but then the way the speed mods work with speed bonus. I mean, it'd be nice if I've already prioritized speed on him. It'd be nice to get him another 8 speed just through gear. That seems like that would be beneficial. And being able to contribute immediately to my guild's success seems like, in that raid, seems like that could be, honestly, a really good one. Now, Aphra requirements, I keep wondering, is Aphra gonna be required for Galactic Legend Leia? Like, I almost think maybe she will be, because she does work with Leia a few different times in the comic books and stuff. I know that might piss a lot of people off, but it almost seems like that might happen. Well, I'll have to make some kind of a prediction video, and I'll explain it a little more. But one way or another, Aphra also in 3v3 doesn't do as much, but in 5s kills like 3 or 4 or 5. I forget how many now. Like 4 Galactic Legends. She does some serious work. And you just need some good relics on her and the 2 murder bots. Hondo in 3s is a monster. Even in Gear 12, I've had him do some crazy stuff recently. And you can see I already have his Omicron. I'm invested in Hondo. I would love to get Aphra on this account. It fits almost perfectly with the ideals of what I want for this account, which is, of course, like I said, big game hunting, killing all those big Galactic Legends. And then we also have other worthy projects like Juhani. I've put an Omicron on her. I should probably get her to relics so that I can put Datacrons on them as well to help my guild. Admiral Radis, so I have Profundity at 6 stars, and so I don't need to work on Radis himself. I need to work on Profundity, but I mean that also costs crystals that I could probably be using and should be using on Leviathan once I've unlocked Leviathan, K2SO as well. We should be able, like, it'd be nice to have him with Admiral Radis in 3s and in 5s. Malgus, I'm guessing his ship will really benefit from being Relic 9 if I ever get to it, and he's one of the most worthy Relic 9s out there. Frankly, he is just a monster. He is ridiculous. Maybe his stock goes down a little bit now that Jedi Cal will start being more common in a few months, but he is crazy strong. And then Kira, I would like to have all the requirements for the different missions that she has in territory battle to help my guild. So the question is, what things should we prioritize, guys? And the answer is, first off, obviously, Leviathan. There's obviously we should be working on Leviathan. There's no question in my mind that's the top priority thing. 100% going for Leviathan. Also, Jedi Cal, it seems to me like Jedi Cal is probably the next, he's low-hanging fruit, guys. So the Jedi Cal requirements would be nice. Tarful and Saw have questionable use, but you only have to get them to Gear 12. It's just the farming part, guys. They're low-hanging fruit, like I said. Really strong. Seer, I've been double farming. I'm going to be double farming, so I think I'm slow farming the others, which just means 5 attempts per day, whether or not I get shards or not. I don't refresh the node. With Seer, I do double that, so I do a refresh for her, and because I want her to be ready for when Malicos is here. Now, I might end up actually trying to like right now I'll have them all unlocked and ready in 4 months, which is not going to meet the requirements if Jedi Cal is released on, like he kind of quote unquote should be, though they didn't do that for Grand Inquisitor, within 3 months of when he had his last event. But I would like to be ready for that, so I might end up just boosting this, like trying to prioritize these guys just a little bit more, making sure that I get that unlock in time. Though I think that he's, like I said, he's low-hanging fruit, guys. I really think people should be working on him. Koth, he puts the sus in suspense. Now, Galactic Legend requirements, Leia requirements. How important is she gonna be? And that's the big question, right? Like, so if you look at Jabba, he's the most important character you can have in this game. Right now, there's no question. He is by far the most important character. It's not even close. There's not another character out there who is as impactful for every aspect of the game as Jabba. He hits the raid for, tons of damage. He hits the territory battles for like easy. You can just hit the auto button for all of his nodes, and he has a node on every single phase. He also is tremendously strong in both territory wars and in GAC. He also has that, on top of it, he has his own Smuggler's Run, where we get a ton of modding resources that if you're not getting Jabba, if you're not getting those resources all the time, then you're really missing out. Your account is negatively impacted. Like, he's the guy you want. And if Leia follows that trajectory, guys, it's going to be worth getting her as soon as possible. If you already have Jabba, then you should be working on Leia requirements, at least passively. We don't have I'm as short as your knees character is the 5th requirement that they've already announced. We'll probably get her eventually. I'm not saying that you should be spending crystals or money on the new release characters, but I am saying if you can speed up your farms as much as possible, prioritize Rex and Nisa and the captain, whatever his name is. If you can do that, if Jabba is any indicator, Leia will be just as important, and we've already seen she's going to be part of this new raid. Even if she wasn't on that list, I think that they're going to amend that list and let her in on it. I think that's obvious. So she's going to be highly impactful. She'll be just as good as Jabba, if not better, in PvP. She's going to be amazing on all the different game modes, guys. She's going to change things tremendously, and I think that, especially if you're like me, 9 million GP, even if you don't have all the GLs, I think you just drop most of the things and work on that. I just happen to have a lot of gear on the requirements already, but you can see I'm starting to put gear on Wicca and stuff too. I think she should be prioritized, guys. Now, I could be working on Sith Eternal Emperor relics. I think I will be working on at least these characters to get them to gear 12, and then I'll just passively, like what I'll do is I'll just, every once in a while, I'll see one of the little plus marks on the gear 12 for one of them, and I'll just throw it on. That's how, we have the finisher piece on Royal Guard here, and I like to do finisher pieces on these characters anyways, because then that's the final piece of Cairo you ever have to apply on a character is there, and so that's me kind of just snubbing Cairo Tech, like, screw you, Cairo Tech, don't need you anymore for this character. I'll do that for these characters slowly over time. And then one thought, you guys can let me know, I was thinking, what if we tried to do something just real stupid on this account? What if we tried to do a double unlock for Galactic Legends? We can do a Leia and Sith Eternal Emperor dual unlock. We can have a crazy event. It could be kind of fun. I don't know. To me, that seems real dumb and fun at the same time. So we'll see how that goes. Aphra requirements, I can't get over my allure for this squad because of how impactful it is in the off meta. I just love love the idea of having another squad that can kill all the galactic legends, including Jabba, guys, and Lord Vader for that matter. Aphra does it. She is amazing. Sana is kind of a tax. I wish I didn't have her Zeta applied either. These are really good, though, guys. And Hondo is super impactful in 5s and in 3s. Really, really strong grouping. It's just how many, I don't spend money on this account other than the Conquest Pass. How can I actually afford all of this? So that's why they're lower on the priority list, but they're not forgotten, guys. This is something I'll be actively working on, or at least passively working on over time. And then these projects, I mean, probably some of them, like K2 is probably just going to get left behind. Malicos, we'll see. Hopefully I'll get pushed into getting him Relic 9 because his ship requires it, but who knows? Maybe we only need Relic 7 on him. Juhani will absolutely be at least somewhat prioritized. You can see we already have her check marked here as well, which is kind of the sign of like, yeah, she's pretty top. But one way or another, guys, these guys will be done in one fashion or another. Probably just let Profundity rot for another year till it gets 7 stars naturally. Because Leviathan's going to be dominant anyways. So what are your thoughts, guys? What should we be working on? Is Leia really as important as I think she is? Should I be putting as many resources into Jedi Cal? Remember, we only have to get him to gear 12 to be able to unlock him. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails.